An unidentified man is found dead in police custody. A salary proposal causes major public backlash, and PLP for Charlotte MP Dr. Andre Rollins continues to be a thorn in the side of his own party. We've got these stories and a whole lot more. This is the Tribune's Top 5. And despite efforts to quiet ongoing rumors that a rift exists between Free National Movement leader Dr. Hubert Minnis and his second-in-command Loretta Butler-Turner, Bahamians got a first-hand glimpse this week of their relationship, as Mrs. Butler-Turner revealed that it was Dr. Hubert Minnis who did not want her as his deputy in the 2012 convention.
Free National Movement leader Loretta Butler-Turner reveals as a guest on ZNS radio talk show Darrell Miller Live that party chief Dr. Hubert Minnis initially did not want her as his deputy. Mrs. Butler-Turner said, quote, Dr. Minnis had told me a few days before the convention that he did not support me to be his deputy. As a matter of fact, he was giving his support to one of my opponents, which would have been Desmond Bannister at the time. To have said it to me, I didn't think it was fair to me. Be that as it may, that was what his preference was, and that is what he shared with me, end quote. When it comes to politics, Mrs. Butler-Turner told callers that forces must be unified to ensure that the views of the people are well represented. Her comments came as she responded to a caller who questioned whether she had spoken to Dr. Minnis about her political aspirations. In a later interview, the Long Island MP confirmed that she was still canvassing people and weighing her options on a potential leadership run based on the limited feedback she has received so far. A man died in police custody on Saturday, and authorities were withholding his identity. That was all the media knew for the most part of the week in the wake of another death of a suspect in police custody. Initially on Sunday, police refused to give any further details about the man's death while he was being detained at a police station. While several attempts were made to get minor details, police directed all inquiries to the coroner, Janine Weish Gomez, whom they said was in charge of the investigation. She refused comment when contacted. By Monday, State National Security Minister Keith Bell was defending the Royal Bahamas Police Force's integrity as an organization which operates under best practices, but he did not want to give any details. Later on in the week, lawyer Christina Galanas raised concerns that the police's unwillingness to divulge information could spark speculation that police brutality was involved. The Tribune sought Ms. Galanas' opinions as she represented the families of Aaron Roll and Jamie Smith. Both men died last year on February 8th and 9th while being held by police. Against that backdrop and virtually an entire week of quiet regarding the death, Police Commissioner Ellison Greenslade, during a press conference on Thursday, said the man was arrested after a businessman reported that the suspect was on his property. He said the man died at the Wolf Road police station and that authorities still did not know his identity. The man, Mr. Greenslade said, was found lying on the floor of a cell and that he had no reason to believe that foul play was involved.
Dr. Rodney Smith's appointment as the new College of the Bahamas president has been shrouded in controversy from day one. And this week, the criticisms continue to pile on social media. One Ruse reveals that Dr. Smith was demanding a salary of $400,000 per year.
Pushing back against criticisms, Union of Tertiary Educators of the Bahamas President Mark Humes said the scrutiny of Dr. Rodney Smith was excessively harsh. Although Dr. Smith was selected in August as COB's president, the terms and conditions of his employment have not been finalized and are still being negotiated, a fact that fueled criticism among social media commentators earlier in the week. Dr. Earl Cash, acting chairman of the College Council and the lead negotiator on the team deciding the terms of Dr. Smith's contract, told the Tribune that the council was concerned about the tone of the discussion surrounding Dr. Smith's request. Mr. Humes expressed confidence that the council would reach an agreement with Dr. Smith that will be on terms the council could afford. Education Minister Jerome Fitzgerald has said the terms of Dr. Smith's contract will remain reasonable and in line with that of former presidents. A police officer shot a break-in suspect who allegedly drew a knife on him after leading the officer on a foot chase through bushes off of Prince Charles Drive on Thursday. The suspect was on bail for armed robbery and was wearing an ankle bracelet, according to Police Commissioner Ellison Greenslade. He later died in hospital shortly after he was shot. Mr. Greenslade gave an account of the fatal confrontation at a press conference at his headquarters. He said at around 11:30 a.m., the police control room received a report of a break-in in progress in the Springfield area just off of Prince Charles Drive. Officers responded, and shortly thereafter, residents pointed out a suspicious vehicle occupied by 3 adult males, he said. Police reportedly forced the car to stop, approach the vehicle, and one of the men reportedly ran from the responding officer. It prompted a chase. According to Mr. Greenslade, the pursuit led the officers and the suspect into a bushy area just to the southern side of Prince Charles Drive. While in that area, the officer leading the pursuit, an inspector, said the assailant turned upon him with a knife, attempting to stab him, Mr. Greenslade said. The officer reportedly fired a single shot from his service pistol, hitting the suspect in the head.
Fort Charlotte MP Dr. Andre Rollins continued to rock the boat this week with allegations that his counterpart, Brentwood Wells, is in the midst of a leadership battle between Prime Minister Perry Christie and his deputy, Philip Brave Davis.
Fort Charlotte MP Dr. Andre Rollins believes Bambootown MP Brentwood Wells is a victim of a leadership struggle between Prime Minister Perry Christie and at least one other member of the PLP. He made his accusation in the House of Assembly on Wednesday night. While Dr. Rollins did not specify who he meant, his comments suggested that there was a struggle between Prime Minister Perry Christie and Deputy Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis. Dr. Rollins was referring to Mr. Wells' role in the controversy over the signing of a $650 million contract with a waste-to-energy company. Dr. Rollins raised the matter while arguing that he, unlike some in the PLP, is upfront and honest with his feelings about Mr. Christie. On Thursday, the Deputy Prime Minister dismissed Dr. Rollins' claims that he was trying to undermine Mr. Christie. Mr. Davis told the House of Assembly that Mr. Christie has the full support of the majority of the party, including himself, and any suggestion otherwise is untrue and baseless. While it appeared that Dr. Rollins was attempting to defend Mr. Rollins, Mr. Christie, neither the Bambootown MP have yet to address the letter of intent matter.
Want to get in on the discussion? Well, here's how you can. Just log on to our website at www.tribune242.com, like us on Facebook, Tribune News Network, send us a tweet, Tribune242, or subscribe to our YouTube page, Tribune242. And before we go, we'd like to encourage all of you to support breast cancer awareness as October observes cancer survivors and early prevention and detection measures. So wear your pink and support a local organization. That's all for this time. Join us next time right here for the Tribune's Top 5.